What's going on, guys? BouseFeenux here, and it's Thursday, which means another Warriors Den recap. But real quick, before we get started, I want to apologize for missing last week's recap. I was in San Francisco attending a Ubisoft event, and I'm planning on making a video about that here soon. But anyway, I'm back now, so let's get right into it. First up, if you haven't logged on yet, you should know that there's a patch waiting for you when you do. It's fairly small and mainly focuses on fixing some matchmaking issues. I don't know if you guys have run into it yet, but Jesus, the matchmaking has been awful since the release of Season 3. The patch today has pretty much restored matchmaking to its pre-Season 3 behavior, though. The only thing it hasn't fixed is the matchmaking is not ready bug. There's a fix coming later for that, so just sit tight, I guess. As a quick tip, though, whenever I get that bug, I usually just restart the game. That seems to fix it for now, and it's a pain in the ass, but at least it's a solution for now until they fix it. Anyway, next Thursday, we're getting another live update, which in English means another patch. In that patch, there's going to be a fair amount of bug fixes, including, but not limited to, the Highlander guard break range being fixed. Thank God. The stamina cost for Centurion's heavy feints being increased, and thank God for that as well. He could throw out like 100 of those feints before he ran out of stamina. And also, Centurion is getting his unlocked tech zone attack being fixed, so now it should be parryable. On top of that, the dreaded Raider Stampede charge is getting a look as well. They're increasing the sprint distance and speed you need to reach before you can execute that move. But additionally, Kensei is getting a bit of a tech fix as well, but it might as well be a nerf at this point. Apparently, Swift Strike is unparryable if unlocked, but that's getting fixed. But please, give my dude Kensei a buff. I know he can be good one day, and I'm losing hope. It's Season 3 and he's still bad. But lastly, they've been looking at the data for Gladiator and Highlander and have determined that Highlander is looking a little weak in duels. Glad is looking pretty strong right now, but honestly, I feel like he doesn't need a nerf, and I don't really see a lot of the community saying that he does either. Of the two characters we got this season, though, I really feel like Glad is actually pretty well designed. I just hope they get Highlander up to his level. Highlander's moveset is built for trading, but I don't feel like he has the health pool or the damage to warrant that playstyle. But that is a rant for a whole other video. Let's move on. We did get a little more news on the ranked mode. It's still being looked at. There was a bug that prevented it from being released with Season 3, and rather than ship a broken product, they wanted to wait and fix it. It sucks because, you know, we want to play ranked, but it's definitely better if we get the actual working mode as opposed to a buggy one that's pointless and people are just going to complain about anyway. But next up, you should know that this weekend there's going to be a double XP event, and that counts for both orders and general matches, which is going to be amazing. So if you've got a new character you want to rep up quickly, this weekend will definitely be the time to do it. On top of that, there's also going to be a Dominion community event worth 2,000 steel when it's completed. So lots of stuff to do this weekend. And the only thing I'm not really sure of is if your champion status is going to stack with that double XP. I think that's going to be a good question to ask them, and I'll see if I can get that confirmed. As for new weekly content, though, we're not going to see anything on that until next Thursday. The reason being that the new heroes were just released, and they want people to be able to buy those without the distraction of other shiny things. And real quick, just some other various and sundry things before we move on. Firstly, the Conk Raw emote spam sound is getting fixed along with a few others that are currently broken. Next, the Iron Legion colors from the single-player campaign are being added to the game, and on top of that, they're talking about adding 2 more execution slots to use while in-game, so you'll have the chance to use up to 4 different executions. And lastly, they're also talking about adding the ability to customize your character while in the matchmaking screen. We've been asking for this since almost day 1, so it's good to see that they're finally working on it. Anyway, one of the last topics to come up was the time snap debacle. Now, for some reason, I hadn't heard anything about this until recently, but apparently it is causing a lot of inconsistencies in the game with how fast attacks are and such. Originally, time snap was supposed to be a sort of lag compensation, but it's been removed, and now a lot of the characters' attacks are extremely inconsistent. Sometimes a heavy attack is 500 milliseconds, sometimes it's 400. You can see how this would be pretty nasty. Anyway, it doesn't look like they're planning on bringing it back, so at this point it's like, now what? You know, this seems kind of like a pretty big issue that needs to be looked at, and hopefully they come to a solution. Otherwise, the game is going to continue to feel extremely broken and inconsistent. Now, if you want to learn more about Time Snap, there's a ton of posts about it on the Competitive For Honor subreddit that you can check out and maybe take action on, but that's gonna be it for today, folks. Pretty slow week otherwise, but if you found this video helpful, don't forget to leave a like down below, and if you're new here, get subscribed for more For Honor news, guides, and other stuff. Also, if you haven't already, join my Discord using the link in the description below. Until next time, I'm BouseFeenux. I'll see you at the next one, and as always, thank you so much for watching.